bad week for Barca, battered against Sevilla.
Incredible. Although the PSG game in midweek, you could say, okay, they're two great teams. PSG can go to Barcelona and dominate them and win like they did in the second half. But for this Barca team to go away at Sevilla, that had been in reconstruction completely, Manchester Almeida doing a really good job.
Wasn't he in a relegation scrap last year?
Yeah, of course. It's Alexis Sanchez playing up front who's like 58 years old, And my word, that first half from Barcelona is one of the worst I've seen them play on the flick.
What, as in like the passing was slow or like...
Everything. Passing was slow, mistakes, bad touches, wrong decision, not enough intensity. Their press was horrible. They were put under pressure by a Sevilla team that was very intense.
Yeah.
He came back they were 2-0 down, then Rashford scored this lovely inside of the left foot volley, brilliant. So it was just 2-1 at halftime, but they should have been 4-0 down at halftime. Wow. The game would have been over. And in the second half, they have chances. Lewandowski misses a penalty. They've got more chances to come back in the game without being good. And then they concede 2 late goals because they can't defend. That high line.
Oh, it's madness.
It's just being picked move after move. They've got this, which a lot of teams do, really. Offside, passive offside. So on purpose, I'm offside.
What does that mean?
I'm there on purpose, offside.
Oh, the old Van Nistelrooy where you stand behind, offside.
Exactly. So you're there, but then you run through.
Exactly.
The ball gets to you, and now I'm ahead of the 2 centre backs. But now I'm back on side.
Exactly.
Then you play back, I score.
The first person I saw that was Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, of course.
He used to stand offside, wait for someone to go down the wing, and then he's got a yard ahead of the defenders. He's back onside because you pull the ball back.
Yeah. And that's how Sevilla scored the 4th goal, I think. I think the 3rd and the 4th. And just Barca right now have no answer to that.
It's just not sustainable, is it? At high line.
It's mad.
Lille and PSG saw a special goal duels. Yeah. Goal scorer, special fan in the stands as well.
Yeah, because we saw an incredible free kick. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out from Nuno Mendes. There's just nothing that Nuno Mendes cannot do. Wednesday, he put Lamine in his pocket, gives the assist on the first PSG goal.
Best in the world.
Sunday, scored a Roberto Carlo-esque free kick, top corner, incredible. That was 1-0 up for PSG that's played with a C team for most of the game. Then Ethan Mbappe comes on for Lille, 18-year-old, brother of, obviously, former PSG player. Gets a little bit lucky, but scored the equalizer, 1-1. Who's in the stands? Kylian himself with Wilfried, the dad, all going like wild. Well done, Ethan. So, yeah, it was a bit of a special night, really.
Brilliant. Real Madrid back on top, Jules, after a win against Villarreal.
Yeah, we mentioned the defeat from Barcelona. And before that, Real Madrid had won against Villarreal, who are 3rd or 4th in the table. So it was kind of a slight top of the table clash. Mm-hmm. And Villarreal, a good team, although the manager Marcelino changed a few things and his tactical tweaks didn't work in this game. But Real Madrid, without having to put up the most amazing performance, were again controlled. We talked a lot about control on the show today. They were good. 2 goals for Vinicius, which I think is important because the start of the season had been a little bit iffy, sometimes on the bench, sometimes
Kylian gave him a pen as well, didn't he?
Yeah, which Xabi Alonso said after the game, Kylian is the penalty taker. He's the number 1. I didn't know he was going to give it to Vini, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
And I think it was very good from Kylian as well to do that. Then Kylian got his goal. Good 1-2 with Brahim Diaz. So good win, 3-1 in the end. And because of the Barca defeat as well, Real Madrid back on top. I think 2 points clear. So all in all, you haven't forgotten the derby and the defeat there, but it's a very good performance and a very much better weekend.
Harry Kane scored another one, Jules. What a goal.
And your boy Luis Diaz as well, because you mentioned it earlier.
Scored a brace.
Scored in the first minute to start with, 2 goals from them. And it was a tricky game. Aware of Frankfurt on paper, certainly, and Frankfurt could be a very good going forward with the ball attacking wise. They got...
Score loads of goals.
Yeah, score loads of goals. They got destroyed by Atletico Madrid in midweek in the Champions League because of that, I think, because they were just a bit naive and open. But in the league, you just never know. And I thought they were good in this game at times. But just Bayern are just so dominant.
I mean, his finish, Harry Kane. I mean, it's textbook the way he gets it. Luis Diaz was in the pocket, causing problems, and he plays it to Kane, and he hits it with so much cut spin, so much fade, and he sort of drilled it. It was like
it's to the millimeter because the keeper obviously, dives there. Yeah. It's the post and the hand of the goalkeeper, and you literally have the size of the Gionda. Yeah. There, that's it. You can't. And it's in. And he must have scored this one 100 times. It's incredible stuff this season for me.
Frightening player.
Yeah. The big clash of the weekend in Serie A was Juve against Milan. Don, I watched your commentary of it on Sunday night, which was really good. What did you make of it?
I thought it was a good game, to be honest. I mean, the stand-up moment in the game, I think, was Mike Maignan save from Gatti from close range. Sort of starfish, spread himself from about 2 or 3 yards. It was a very tactical game.
Yeah.
And you looked at it, and I looked at it 5 minutes in, and I thought, right, 2 top-class goalkeepers, brilliant defenders.
2 back threes, yeah.
Sensational midfield players.
Yeah.
You know, and then you think forward line, Juve, I think leaving Vlahovic on the bench was a little bit of a mistake. But I think you looked at 2 really good sides going head-to-head. Modric, by the way, again.
Yeah.
He was outstanding against Napoli when Milan had 10 men last week in a 2-1 win. Outstanding again against Juve. But I think when you look at the bigger picture this morning, you go, right, I think that's Milan unbeaten in 6. They had 5 straight wins and a draw, obviously.
Yeah.
Juve still unbeaten since the start of the
season. 5 draws in a row for them, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think when you look at it, you go still unbeaten. You go 2 draws, work in progress. He's building. Yildiz is a brilliant player.
Yeah,
sensational
so good,
player. Mystery why I took him off.
Yeah.
But I think all in all, it was a very tactical game. And I said to Adam in comms with about 20 minutes to go, it's got the feeling of a one goal win, and then Christian Pulisic missed the pen.
Yeah.
So once he misses the pen, you got it.
Leao had a couple of
2 big chances.
Yeah, decent to do
that's going to be the fascinating thing. How does Allegri see Rafa Leao? How does he integrate him into the team? Another one of the biggest games of the weekend, Jules, Porto versus Benfica.
Yeah, massive game. Obviously, the biggest one in Portugal, and massive game for Jose Mourinho. Obviously, now the Benfica manager coming back to Porto, where he was booed and heckled and everything you want, which I think he expected.
He loves it.
Yeah, exactly. KG game, as you could expect. Mourinho and Benfica just closed that game. Not much really, although they almost won it because Kivior hit the crossbar in the second half. But yeah, I think he wanted a draw and he got it.
Dortmund are still unbeaten in the Bundesliga, Jules, but they couldn't beat Leipzig.
Yeah, it was one of the other big games. You know, we talked about the Juve Milan game, the Porto Benfica game. This was good, and it was good because Leipzig are doing much better than they were last season. Dortmund were good. They haven't lost in the league since February or something crazy like that. It finished 1-1. Dortmund had, I think, probably enough to maybe win the game. Ben Sebaini has a good shot at the end. But Leipzig, to be fair, Leipzig could have won it 2-1. It was quite an end-to-end game. I was a bit disappointed. It was not actually more open because I thought, okay, this is brilliant. 2 teams are going to attack. Yeah. It's going to be 3-3, 4-3, 3-2 somewhere. And actually, it was a bit of control too there, and it was not too hectic. So it was not bad. Dortmund are 4 points behind Bayern now, and I think already you know that it's over. Bayern have been so good. Bayern are the only team in Europe to have won every single game in all competitions.
They're going to cruise the league
only
this year.
Team. Yeah,
they're going to cruise. Another big derby in the south of France this time, Jules.
Yeah, it was the Mediterranean. Yeah, here we go. Mediterranean derby between Monaco and Nice. And Monaco, who drew with City in midweek in the Champions League, they needed a result. Adi Hutter under pressure, and I think he's going to get sacked now.
Yeah.
I got a message just before we started this segment, Don, that I think it's probably over for Adi Hutter and Monaco because they could not beat Nice despite Nice getting a red card with half an hour to go. It was a weird game. There was 3 penalties, 2 players who scored a brace each. Ansu Fati for Monaco, both on pens. Sofiane Diop, the former Monaco player for Nice, 1 on pen. And Monaco, who had enough chances to win it. So it's not all on Adi Hutter. I think he's going to pay the price and be sacked. But it was not all on him. With another kind of disappointing result, really, even more than performance. And they're still right up there with PSG, Lyon, and Marseille. But they're probably not exactly where they would want to be right now. And they've got a ton of injuries. So it's a bit unfair on him, I guess. But I think the writing was a little bit on the wall. So. Another manager who was under massive pressure now has gone.
Good segue.
Good segue. Russell Martin be sacked by Rangers after only 7 league games.
123 days. I mean, I'm surprised it's took that long, to be honest, Jules. I mean, he should have went a long time ago.
I agree.
I mean, it was never the right fit. He kept talking about, like, after the games, I watched the game live when he said, we started really well in the game. And I'm thinking, that's not the game that I just watched because you were 1-0 down, 1 disallowed by VAR, 1 off the line and 1 hit the crossbar. And you said you started well. And it's the same rhetoric all the time. It's like he's watching or trying to convince.
Denial, I swear.
Yeah, and it's like he's trying to convince everyone. And he's like, another thing he said last week, and he's going, well, it's not all about the wins. You know, it's the pride and it's the I'm sorry, it's all about the wins.
Especially in your position, mate.
When you're in Scotland, Jules, it's you know, Hearts I think are sitting top, but you know, predominantly it's Celtic Rangers. It's all about the wins. No one cares how you play in Scotland. Right, you can have all these philosophies and see the bigger picture and try and have this sort of plan and all the patterns of play. Great, you've got to win. Yeah. The bottom line is when you're Rangers manager, you have to win. I'm seeing this morning that Stevie G's the favourite to go back there for second spell. So
the thing that Russell Martin has great ideas for a nice style of football.
In an ideal world.
With great players as well.
Yeah.
Not Southampton players. No offense to them.
Yeah,
but not certainly not in the Premier League. Championship might be
Well,
okay.
they sold their player, I think, in Dessers, who had 25
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
And they paid 10 million for Chimitia, Everton, who's not scored a goal. And it's
No.
a little bit of blame has to go on the board.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
For sure.
But I think it was more his body language, Jules, and he was sort of like, the Scotland Rangers fans have sort of picked up on it. And when he'd done his interviews, it was like shoulders, if to say like, not bothered.
Yeah,
or like,
completely.
I can't see it, and I'm trying to convince everyone. It was like,
was he a player there, but didn't work?
I think so.
He went on loan, but he didn't. It was not good, and I think they hadn't forgotten that either.
I think I mean, I don't know if it means anything, but there's a tradition when you're the Rangers manager, you wear shirt, tie, blazer, shoes.
I was told that story.
He rocked up in a pair of hush puppies, and I'm thinking just put a pair of brogues on.
But just like read the room, or in this case, read the fan base.
Exactly.
And then just be smart.
Yeah.
Which he clearly wasn't. But let's see who goes.
Yeah. Napoli came from behind to beat Genoa. I mean, a couple of worldy goals in that game, but another goal for Højlund, Jules.
Yeah, and one for Jeffy Cato. If you haven't heard of Jeffy Cato, he's 18-year-old at Genoa. He's their wonder kid. I think that was already his third goal of the season, or fourth goal. It's an amazing, fantastic goal, really. And I'm thinking my boy Patrick Vieira is under a bit of pressure because Genoa, I think, are second from bottom. And I'm like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
1-0 Genoa. It was not perfect, but Napoli had almost nothing in that first half. KDB was on the bench.
Yeah.
And like, okay, if Patrick can pull this one off, then I think he buy himself some time, start the season, all of that. And then KDB comes on at halftime, and it's a very different story, second half. And there, another goal for Højlund. This one, and it's not a worldie.
Great run though.
Yeah, very good.
It's like you're watching him,
and that's his strength anyway. But we said that from the beginning.
Said it from the beginning. Why Amorim had him coming short, linking the play. Either let someone like De Bruyne get on the ball, head down, run, find him, finish.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a big win for Napoli because at home under pressure.
Well, on the day there was 3 teams who went top.
Yeah, Roma went top.
Roma went top under Gasperini.
Yeah.
Napoli went top, and then Milan could have went top if they had won last night. So, I mean, like in Serie A, as always, great league to watch. Very unpredictable.
Top 5 in 3 points.
Who's going to win it?
The top 6 in France in 4 points, and then there's only really. I mean, Spain is just Barca and Real Madrid, as we said.
Bayern's Bayern.
But then Bayern's Bayern, and then the Premier League is good.
I love Serie A because you just don't know who's going to win it.
Absolutely.
Inter, who are back in form, destroyed Cremonese, and Jamie Vardy, unlikely hero.
Yeah, Jamie Vardy came on for the last 20 or 25 minutes, I think. Not to great effect because Inter, as you said, destroyed them 4-1. And the hero for Inter was Juan Boni, the French striker that they signed in the summer from Parma, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The young 21-year-old, Paris born and bred, of course.
Oh, well, he's going to be a worldie then, obviously.
Yeah. But to be fair, and he was there because Thuram got a rest and, he's been injured as well. So he started up front with Lautaro. 1 goal and 3 assists. So he was involved in each of the goals from Inter scored. Amazing. Wow. And he's such a Thuram-esque of player. Obviously a bit younger. But yeah, I was so happy for him because it's a big move when you go from Parma and when you have Lautaro and Marcus Thuram ahead of you in the pecking order and stuff like that. So well done to him. I think he will take every opportunity that Kivu gives him to try to show that he's worthy for this level and this team and see where that leads him. But great for him. 3 assists and 1 goal in the league game. It's pretty good. Great.
Gigi Buffon was a happy man this weekend. Jules, why?
I mean, your boy plays, your eldest, plays football, so you know what it is like when you're a dad.
Yeah.
And your son makes his professional debut or first team debut, whatever level. And that happened to the Buffon family because Louis Buffon, who's 17, a winger at Pisa.
Winger? How does a goalkeeper produce a winger?
It must be the mum gene.
Exactly, she's a winger.
Came on against Bologna. I mean, they lost that game, but still, it was great to see him making his debut. He decided to play for Czechia, which is his mum's country, instead of Italy. He looked decent, to be fair. I don't know how good he can be or how what's the ceiling really. But what was funny as well is that with him at Pisa, Buffon has Juan Cuadrado with him, who used to play with his dad. I think this is crazy in itself. Brilliant. And against him for Bologna in this game was Bernardeschi, who also used to play with Gigi.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Like, again, what a great story.
It's a brilliant story.
Don, the 2026 World Cup ball has been unveiled. Here it is. Beautiful. What do you make of it? I know you love a tango.
I was just going to say, it's no tango 82 or 86. So, it'll never be beaten. But I've got to say, I'm feeling it.
You're feeling it?
I'm feeling it. It looks good.
You like the colours of the 3 countries, obviously?
Absolutely. It looks great.
You've got details with the maple leaf there.
Yeah,
and,
the stars.
The stars.
There, yeah.
Everybody has their like kind of
the colour.
Yeah,
like
the
it.
colour and the. Yes, I think it's nice.
You feeling that?
Yeah, I think.
What's your favourite? Can you have you got a favourite over the years? Mine's a tango.
Yeah. I see the tango. When you put it on our WhatsApp group the other day, it looked perfect, doesn't it? It looked beautiful. I like the one in 2010, which had a kind of a similar.
Oh, I think another one. You mean the curves?
Yeah, exactly. The kind of waves.
Another one you mean.
That's good. I mean, we know that France is going to win this World Cup.
Oh,
anyway,
is it?
So regardless of the ball,
it's a bit of blue?
it's no problem.